Hey guys, Coach Becky here with your WOD briefing for Monday, April 13th. Whether you are watching this on Sunday night or Monday morning, hope you guys had a blessed Easter. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and switch this around so you guys can see the WOD. Okay, so what we are warming up for is kind of a marathon for CrossFit, a 25-minute AMRAP of a 400-meter run, 20 calories on the bike, 20 barbell good mornings, and 15 strict sit-ups. Don't worry, those folks that have no equipment, we have a home workout here. Your version is going to be either a 400-meter run or 2 minutes of walking lunges, followed by 1 minute of mountain climbers, 1 minute of air squats, 20 good mornings, and 15 strict sit-ups. So let's talk about these movements here real quick, kind of what our goal is for today. So I'm going to move you over here. Our goal of the workout today is a sustainable pace at about 75%. We're shooting to 4 to 5 rounds with this 25-minute AMRAP. For your 400-meter run, we're trying to stay less than 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Remember, we're going at about a 75% pace. It's not a sprint here. So trying to stay under that 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So scale that run if you know you cannot make it back in that amount of time. For your calories, we're looking at less than or equal to 2 minutes. So again, scale those calories if needed. These are air bike calories. You could substitute those with a rower if you have a rower. All right, so let's talk about the different movements and the substitutions. The first one I want to talk about is the good morning. And if you're doing the regular workout and you have a barbell, that's great. You can do the barbell. Remember, we're letting that barbell sit in that back rack position. This should be a hinge at the hips, so I'm going to drive those hips back. But most important, I want to make sure I maintain a neutral spine. And I'm only coming down as far as I need to, or as at the point where I can still hold that neutral spine. I'm going to squeeze those glutes and stand up nice and tall. Again, that looks like this. And stand it up. What we don't want to see is if we start to come down and that back starts to round, I start to roll forward, my head comes down. This is not a position I want to be in, which means I need to stop just above there and stand it back up. If you don't have a barbell, no problem. You can grab, you can grab anything. I'll just grab this ab mat that's sitting here and hold it across our chest here and do our good morning with this. Or you don't have to use any weight at all and just focus on that good hip hinge, keeping those hamstrings activated, squeezing those glutes, and stand back up. So those are your options for that good morning today. Now, strict sit-up, that's something we don't usually talk about. Strict sit-up means we're just not using our arms for momentum. So, just like we would normally see us do in the gym, get your ab mat out. If you don't have one, you can roll up a yoga mat or something like that and stick under the low part of your back, or nothing if you don't want to do that. Butterfly those feet. When we do these sit-ups, we can keep our hands across our chest. So all we're doing here is taking away the momentum, which is going to slow us down a little bit today, but that's okay. If you want to make those harder, you could hold a weighted object at your chest, or if you typically do conditioning with Coach Olga, you could do her method of putting that PVC pipe behind your back and sitting up. At the top of the sit-up, just remember we're looking for those shoulders to go past your hips. So if you are subbing the cardio, so if you're not able to run, if you don't have a bike or a rower, what we're doing is the 2 minutes of walking lunges in place of the run, followed by 1 minute of mountain climbers and 1 minute of air squats. Just remember that these are replacing the cardio piece of this workout, so we want to be moving. Those lunges, these nice walking lunges. We're gonna step out, back knee touches the floor, front shin stays pretty vertical, stand up, next leg, etc. Mountain climbers, we're gonna wanna move. So they're not gonna be the very slow movement here. We wanna get that heart rate up and keep those going. And again, followed by air squats. Remember, squats, hips back. Try to get those hips below the knees and fully standing it up at the top. So you'll do as many of those as you can in that 1 minute. So remember, our goal for the workout today in this 25-minute AMRAP is 4 to 5 rounds, working at about a 75% pace. So let's now talk about our finisher for today. Okay, so these movements for our finisher, we have 3 sets for max reps: dumbbell deficit push-ups, dumbbell bent over row, and dumbbell hammer curl. So for those dumbbell deficit push-ups, we're gonna grab 2 dumbbells if you have them. You could use 2 plates if you wanna use plates. The idea is that your hands will be on an object that's elevated off the floor, but your chest is still coming all the way to the floor and driving back up, okay? All the way down to the floor. If you're still working on regular push-ups, then forget the deficit part. Just do regular push-ups. You could do those on a box if you needed to do them on a box as well. Okay, dumbbell bent over row. So if you have a dumbbell, you're gonna use it. If you don't, grab whatever's in the garage. I've got a bottle of Raid here. So dumbbell bent over row. If you have 2, then do 2 at the same time. If not, you'll have to do 1 arm at a time. So remember, we're gonna hinge at the waist, keeping that nice neutral spine. Dumbbell is down in front or whatever object you have. We're gonna pull, activating those lats. Elbow stays nice and close to our body, and make sure that that core stays tight. Followed by dumbbell hammer curl. Hammer curl, our palm is facing in towards our body, thumbs up, and we're just curling here. Full range of motion, so all the way down, all the way up. Okay, you're gonna go through the push-ups, the bent over row, and the hammer curl without putting that dumbbell down. Then you're gonna set it down, rest as needed, and do 2 more sets. All right, guys, if you have a personal coach and you have questions about the WOD, definitely hit them up. They should be helping you with that scaling. Otherwise, have a wonderful Monday, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.